Day 3 hair looking a little flat. Well, remember when we used to tease our bangs to the heavens in the 1980s? We're not going to do that today, but I'm going to show you how to get some lift without looking like an extra from a White Snake video. Salon Selectives is not required. Although that smell was everything. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Jody. I'm 55. Think of me as your midlife beauty bestie. And today we are going to take day 3 hair. And we're gonna refresh it. Why? Because this day 3 hair, my day 3 hair normally doesn't look like this, but I had it colored and a blowout, a professional blowout from my stylist Corey. And yeah, I'm trying to make this last as long as I possibly can because I never get the same shine that he does. So my day 3 hair though it's on its last day. We need to give it life support for one more day. So I'm gonna show you how I refresh my day 3 hair, whether it's professionally blown out or not, and give you a look that is pretty easy to achieve. You just need to use a couple products, a little bit of curling at the bottom, and nobody will be the wiser that this is day 3, and I might look so good I might rock it into day 4. All right, you guys, the first thing that I always do with my hair when I get out of the shower, well, I do it every 4th wash because you only need to use this every 4th wash. While your hair is still wet, before you dry it, I use this Wow Dream Coat. There is a dupe for this. I think it works pretty well. I think this works a little bit better. The dupe's about $14. I'll link it down below. This is $28. But you only need to spray this on your wet hair every 4th wash. Not only does it help give your hair shine, it also helps with humidity, which this time of the year, we're getting into rainy season. It also is a heat protectant and it locks in your style, but it only works if you use a heat styling tool. So if you just let your hair dry naturally in the air, this is not going to work for you. You need to activate it with either a blow dryer or a curling iron, flat iron, whatever heat styling tool that you would use. That gets us to your normal routine on day 1. Day 2, you might want to add a little bit of dry shampoo. I typically don't. Day 3 is where we are today, and I use the dry texturing spray by Orbe. I like this one for a lot of reasons. It builds up volume and gives you some texture to your roots. It also helps absorb the oil. It has a very nice but soft scent, so you don't smell like hairspray or dry shampoo. It's good for fine hair, medium hair, thick hair, straight hair, curly hair, wavy hair, coily hair. It is good for all different hair types. It is safe for those of you that use color on your hair. It is paraben free, it's vegan, it's cruelty free, mineral oil free, formaldehyde free, free of oxybenzone, free of coal tar, which yes, that is in many dry shampoos, and it's free of parabens and sulfates. Not only is it safe for color treated hair like I mentioned, but it's also safe for those of you that might have had a keratin treatment. And that's important because not all dry shampoos work on keratin treated hair. This also has a UV protectant in it. I don't know if I mentioned that. So now you see why I love it so much. I like to just go through and comb everything to make sure I don't have any knots at the bottom because we are going to add a few curls because I like to have straight hair on day 1 and 2 and then curly hair day 3 and like I said, sometimes pushing it to 4. I'll add a little bit of the Moroccan oil to the very ends of my hair, like the smallest amount, about the size of a dime. If you go to the size of a nickel, it starts to look a little greasy. Keep it with a dime. If you don't like the smell of Moroccan oil, then you should skip this step. Find another argan oil that you do like the smell of or the scent of. I love the smell of this Moroccan oil. And I take it all the way up wherever I need just some smoothing because I have some breakage in my bang area. Because I just keep highlighting those areas, so there's going to be breakage. Now, of course, old school, you can take your brush or your comb and you can go in and do some, some fluffing, which is always a good idea. Some back combing. This is one of those beauty tricks that our moms taught us that is still relevant. It's probably one of the only ones I think that might still be relevant in today's makeup world. Now I like to do that just in the back and then work this product in the front. So I'm just going to drop down wherever my part is. I'm thinking about doing a side part. Let me know what you guys think. Are you rocking a side part or a straight part right now? I'm going to drop that down. You'll see about 2 inches. Stick my finger underneath it, pull it up, and then here comes the magic. I like to shake this. Now I like to put this on both this lower part and the high part. Go in with my fingers, and I like to do this just to let it dry a little. Then I'll take my comb, and you know the drill. Just give it a little bit of a back comb, and you end up with something like that. And I will quickly do the other side, and then we will go to throw in some curls. And this is really a good quick look for a couple days. You can go from a daytime look to an evening look with this. We're just gonna give it some volume because as we have gotten older, our hair has started to thin. Why am I trying to do this with my left hand? I don't know. And if you're like me, doing that with your left hand is really difficult, so just bear with me and I'll do it with the right hand and look like I really know what I'm doing. I promise I do this more often than you would think right now when I'm trying to do it on camera because the viewfinder is like this big, so I'm trying to look in it while I'm doing this. Sometimes some videos turn out better than others, but the look will turn out fine. It's just this time we're spending together that you may go, Jody, that's a little chaotic. I know. Okay, so now we have our volume. You can add this to your whole head if you want. You can do another layer if you want and go 1, 2, even 3 if you want. I don't like to add a bunch of volume here just because I feel like it just makes everything look too full, and the more full it is, the more unnatural it looks. But if you've got shorter hair, really pump up that volume up here and give yourself the lift. A volume at the root looks good on every single hairstyle. Whether you've got short hair, really short hair, medium length hair, curly hair, straight hair, giving it some volume at the base of your head or your sides of your head is really what gives you that more youthful appearance. That's one of the reasons people love extensions, not only because of the length that you get, but because of that volume that extra hair right through here gives you. All right, you guys, next I'm gonna go in with a 1-inch curling iron. This is by Olivia Garden. I like this one because it heats up on the underside of the clip as well as the barrel, and I can adjust the heat. This one has a Fahrenheit reading as well as a Celsius reading, which I love. It goes from 205 to 320, 365, 410, all the way up to 460. I only go up to that second one, which is 325 Fahrenheit or 165 Celsius. The other thing I like about this curling iron is how long this barrel is. If you've got longer hair like I do, the longer barrel just saves some time. Now this is the easiest part, you guys, and it really looks when it's finished like I spent a lot of time on it, and I don't. I just go take my fingers down the center and split the back, so I pull it all forward. I start with the back piece. You can comb it through if you want. I should probably do that the right way. I don't always do that. Then I take my curling iron and I open it for a second to let all that built-in heat come out. To just so that, I don't know, I just feel like it's healthier. And then I'll take that, run it all the way through to give me some smoothing action. Then at about the halfway mark down the hair shaft, I will twist it all the way around so this comes up from the bottom. Loosen it so that it can go up again. So now I have 2 barrel rolls. And then I'm just going to slightly pull it out. I don't hold it there for any length of time. And then before I get to the tail, I slide that last part out so that I never have the barrel on the tail. And then I just curl it with my fingers and let it go. We're gonna do that again so you can see. And I take that whole section because we're in a hurry. Start about the halfway mark, do 1 quick roll, do 2 quick rolls, and then just slowly pull it down, pull it down, pull it down, leaving about that much out in the tail. Unroll it across the top of the barrel and roll it with my fingers and flip it back. And we're on number 3. See how fast this goes? Same thing. You could slow it down if you really wanted it to look a little bit better, but I kind of like the messy look of it. It looks a little bit less perfect, which is what I like. Slide it, leaving those delicate ends out because they've been through a lot. Untwist it, twist it with my finger, and that's kind of what it looks like. And then I just throw it back. You want to let it cool. That's a really important part to this look, is let it cool, because it's the cooling process that locks in the curl. It's not the curling process. So there's 2 curls around the barrel. Move it down, move it down, move it down. Unroll it and slide it out. Super easy, right? Now in the front, I do the same thing. I just go a little faster because my bangs are a little bit more damaged. They're more delicate because they are lightened pretty often and they take the brunt of the heat. So I'll just do one quick curl, let it down, let it down, let it down, and then wrap it with my finger. And there you go. So easy. Now we're just gonna let all that curl cool down while we do the other side. You'll notice I'm not taking this in sections. I'm just curling the bottom of the whole back and side. I'll link all these products down below in the description box, you guys, but you probably have a dry shampoo and a curling iron. I do like this longer barrel. It's worked well for me. But if you've got a curling iron that's about this size, then go for it in terms of the barrel. If you like a bigger, more loose curl, then go to maybe 1.5 or 1.25 even. This is a 1 inch and it's just perfect for me because it gives me a beachy wave look. I didn't try too hard to curl my hair look, but kind of a sexy look. Can we be sexy at over 50? Heck yeah, why can't we? I've decided I'm really into my my rebellious era. I haven't felt rebellious since like high school days, and now I'm feeling a little bit rebellious lately because I'm so sick of watching tutorials on how women should wear their makeup over 50. I like to know what works and what I shouldn't do over 50, and what I mean by that is just makeup techniques that I'm using that are making me look older, like lining the corner of your lips. I like hearing that because it's not a rule. It's not a you can't do it. It's a just know if you do it, it may make your mouth look a little older. Those are the kind of, not rules, there's no rules of makeup, but those are the kind of tips I like to hear and the kind of tips I like to share with you guys. But I don't want anybody telling me that over 50, you gotta have short hair, you gotta do this, there's no you gotta. It's I get to do whatever the heck I want to do. And join me, are you guys with me in this era of, and I remember when I was younger, I used to admire women that were, dare I say, older, that just didn't really care. They said what they wanted to say, and they looked the way they wanted to look, and they just did not care. And I always thought, oh, I can't wait till I'm that age, and I'm in that space. Well, welcome, here we are. We're here now. And I am just embracing it. I mean, I'm never gonna be rude or, you know, say hurtful things. I still have a filter on my mouth, not on my videos. I don't use a filter on my videos, you guys. Just, I don't know if I've ever said that. I'm sure I have, but I don't use filters on my videos. I edit all my own videos in iMovie, and to my knowledge, there is no like skin softening filter in iMovie. If there is one, don't tell me. I don't want to know, because then I might honestly be tempted. And right now, because it's not available, I don't do it. And I like it that way, because this is what over 50 looks like. It's wrinkles, it's all the things. It's droopy eyelids right here that never used to be. It's eyebrows that keep getting shorter by, I swear, the month. I don't know where the hair is going. It's just falling out and never coming back. Okay, so this is what we look like. And for those of you that might comment that I talk too much, sorry, I had to talk while I curled my hair. Otherwise, you would just be watching me with some music, and what fun is that? So that is what it looks like now when it is cool. This side's still pretty warm. I wait till it's completely cool, then I just go with my fingers. Now I want to point out that you'll notice we put that curling iron at the halfway mark every single time. And that's important because when you are allowing it to cool, you'll see that that curl starts at the same place all the way around the side of your head. If you want that curl to come up higher, then when you put that curling iron on your hair, you'll start much higher up here and start your twisting up there and roll it out and twist it back up and roll it out and twist it back up. That gives you the curl higher at the hair. The point is, wherever you start that curl on your hair shaft in your first curl, keep it that way all the way to the front so that that curl is higher all the way around the back. I like it right about the midway mark because we've already added volume here with our dry texturizing spray. So I like to let that be more straight and then let the curl really start here, because I've noticed that as I've gotten older, I feel like my face is getting longer. The best way I can describe this is, remember Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street? I used to have more of an Ernie face, a little bit more round, and I hated it at the time. Now I wouldn't mind having it back, just more full. And now as I'm getting older, I'm looking a little bit more like Bert. It's a little bit longer. I know if I was to cut my hair, that would help. I'm not gonna do that, not yet. I'm thinking about it, but probably never will, because I've done that once before and I hated it. Like the next day hated it. So the curl and the volume at the face area helps widen up the look of the face on my more narrow face. So if your face is narrow like mine and it's getting longer and you want it to look a little less long, add some contour to your forehead and to your chin, and then add some volume with your hair on the sides. If your face is the other way, for example, and you have more of that round face, then you want to have a haircut that is a little bit more straight and long to help pull down the look of your face and narrow it a little bit. And in those cases, you would contour on the sides of your face to make it more narrow. All right, we got into a quick contour tutorial, but why not? So this side is pretty cool. This side's definitely cool. I don't use a brush for this part. I just go in with my fingers and just like that. And what that does is it just gives you a fun little, I didn't try too hard. I kind of woke up with this, look. Although it didn't, I woke up with the same look for the last 3 days, and now we're trying to give a little bit more look out of what we've got and make it last, because time is of the essence. And if I can just jump in the shower and jump out and not have to worry about the whole extra hair part of the process, saves me a lot of time. And I hope this video saves you some time the next time you are getting ready for your day 3 hair. Day 4, no judgment. Do whatever you want to do that works. Just a little something to absorb the oil and give it a fresh smell without smelling like you just walked through the perfume aisle at Bloomingdale's. All right, you guys, that does it for me. I hope you like this quick tutorial on how to do your hair from day 3, day 4. I mean, day 5 is pushing it, but hey, do you, my friend, do you. While we're talking about hair, here's one of my favorite hair styling tools. Check this one out. It's not very expensive and you can get it over on Amazon. I'll see you guys in just a couple days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.